Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this afternoon's Jackbox Party Pack Saturday, or Jack-aday, as I've attempted to call it on on the title. I don't know how many of you were old enough to remember Whack-a-day, but yeah, similar, I suppose. Hope you're all keeping very well. Obviously been a bit of a crazy week, but we are all here this afternoon to play some games and not worry about that for an hour or two. So I'm going to get the games up and running shortly. We're going to start with the usual favourite, Spot a Trivia Murder Party 2. And once we get up and running with that, we're going to play a couple of other games. We're going to play Drawful 2 later on, which I think Jackbox is still giving away for another week or so. If you want to get a copy of that for yourself, just head to their website at jackboxgames.com to find out more about that. But for those of you who are new here, feel free to pop a message in the live chat. I can see that on my other screen, just in case you're wondering what I keep glancing at over to my right. And yeah, if you are new and you've not played a Jackbox game before, then you need a web browser. That is it. There is no app to download. There is no registration process to go through, no logging in with Facebook or Google or anything like that. You just need a web browser. Most people play along on their phone, but any device will do as long as it's got a working web browser on it, a reasonably new one. So in order to get yourself ready to play, you need to go to jackbox.tv and you will see a screen that looks something like that. My webcam's a little fuzzy, so sorry if you can't make it out clearly. But you will see a field for a room code and a field for your name. Obviously you can put your name in now. We don't have a room code yet because I haven't started the game, but I'm going to go off and do that now. And then once I get the game up and running, you will see a room code on the screen and you can join in. You can have up to 8 players in Trivia Murder Party. And if we get more than 8 people in, then you can join the audience and you can play along from there. And what I would say is we'll normally try to play each game a couple of times. So if you made it in for the first go, then second time around, maybe try and let some of the audience get in first. If we've got enough people, I will sit to one side and laugh at everybody's wrong answers rather than playing along myself so that you can laugh at mine. But we will see how it goes. I'm just going to get the game up and running now. And then I'm going to switch to a much smaller window off to the right-hand side of the screen, which I know you'll all be very happy about because you've probably seen enough of me for one day already. But we are going to do this again tomorrow, so let's see how we get on. Getting the game booted up now. My machine isn't the fastest or the best in the world. I'm just going to make sure all the settings are correct. Yep, they're all fine. And then we are going to play. And we're not going to have the problem we had last weekend where I forgot to turn the game's audio on. So hopefully in a second you're going to start hearing Trivia Murder Party in the background. There we go. And we're going to switch to the game. So you should now be able to see the Trivia Murder Party Hotel's lobby. Room for 8 players. Room code currently hidden by question marks because I don't want you to see it yet. I want to give people a chance to get into the room, get their web browsers open. So again, you won't be able to see it as clearly now, but jackbox.tv. The URL is also displayed in the top right hand corner of the stream at all times, but it's also fairly clearly displayed. You can't see me pointing to it, but it is also fairly clearly displayed on the screen there. So I'm going to bring the room code up in a minute, and you've just basically got to type that into the room code box and put in your name, and then press play, and you will be added to the game. If you aren't one of the first 8 to join, you can join the audience, play along from there. So if you're all ready, I will give other people a chance to join first, and then if there's a spare space at the end, I'll jump in and play along with you at the same time. So here we go. The room code is FRZI. That's Foxtrot, Romeo, Zulu, Indigo. Or is it India? I normally get that phonetic alphabet so right. We've got Outsider, we've got Captain Price, we've got BB Mum, we've got James Parker. That's half the room. We can start with less than 8 if we need to, but let's see if we can get a full quota in. We got that last weekend. Much fun was had. Especially fun when we all get the first question wrong. And so for those of you who are unfamiliar with Trivia Murder Party 2, because I think we've got a couple of first timers in, you are trapped in a hotel with a serial killer. It's more fun than it sounds. And you have to escape by answering trivia questions. If you get them right, you stay alive and you earn money. If you get them wrong, you are taken to the killing floor, the killing room, where you will play a minigame. And if you fail the minigame, there is a chance that the serial killer will get you and you will become a ghost. If you are a ghost, you can continue to play along. You can continue to answer the questions. You can continue to play along with the minigames. If you are one of the people who got the question right, sometimes you get to influence how the minigame goes. And if you're in the audience, you can also place bets on who's going to die, and you can also answer the questions and play along from there. At the end of the game, when one player is left alive, we go to the final game, which is a race to be the first person to escape the hotel. And again, if you're a ghost, you carry on playing here. The person left alive gets a head start, but you can catch them up, possess their body, and escape the hotel in their place. The first person to do that, regardless of how much money you actually got to the final game with, is the winner. Hello, Joe C. Room code's displayed on the screen. Open the web browser, head on in. FRZI. I think I might add myself to the. Game to see how we got on. It never goes well for me. Don't worry. I don't get any advantage as the host here, even if I get to see the questions first. It's on an extremely low latency, so you should still be able to answer the questions and play along with the games in time. No real advantage for me there. Okay, Joe, if you're not going to make the first game, that's fine. You can still join in the audience whenever you're ready, and then there'll be room for you in the second game, hopefully. So, I'm going to join this one, and it looks like we're going to be playing with a 5. There I am. And without further ado, let's try and get out of this hotel. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Just while the intro plays, just going to
familiar with the abandoned building's history,
so what out there?
As the Murder Hotel.
Crashing into another car, and then another car went ahead and The infamous hotel was run by a mysterious family for several generations until closing. In unrelated news, the trivia murder party killer is still on the loose.
I know last week we had a bit of a problem with my audio being a bit unbalanced, so
Up next,
if the game is drowning me out, just drop a message in the chat and let me know, and I might adjust some levels just to see if we need to.
This is your wake-up call. Prepare to die.
He's a charmer, isn't he?
Welcome to Trivia Murder Party. I flooded the roads myself to strand you here in a fight for your life. Only one of you will survive. It's all pretty standard family vacation stuff. Alright, first question.
Away we go. Good luck all.
As of 2019, how many people have walked on the moon?
So, 4
Use
answers
your device
displayed
to
on
answer
your
the
web
question.
browser, your device of choice.
And the correct answer is... Who got the question right?
That's a good start.
Everyone is wrong. Come with me.
That's a good start.
Welcome to the killing room. I hope you like gifts.
Possible plot twist incoming.
One person's family
More on that
heirloom
later.
is another person's punishment.
Pick a
Pick a
gift.
box and keep what's inside. Family stuff is weird, huh?
Should only be one gift left now, James. Tap to take. Let's see what we all got. Some of you get money. It's the mother's wig.
Oh dear, my mother's wig. I'm powerless when I think mother's around. Oh, Mother! I've missed you so! I'm a big boy now, Mother. I'm glad you're playing my big boy game.
So, we shall see what that does.
This elevator's a real death trap. For real, though. Let's try another one.
Let's all try and get this one right.
If I wanted to push you off the top of a tower, purely hypothetical, which of these would provide the longest fall?
Let's all try and get one right, he says, guessing at this one.
Who picked this?
And getting it right anyway.
Oh no, Mother! I couldn't bear to send you to the killing floor. Which leaves
There
only
you go.
you. Follow me.
James Parker is wearing the serial killer's mother's wig, which
Bonjour.
spares him from being
Welcome
sent
back
to the
to the
killing
killing
room
room.
this time. Won't get away with that again.
Yay! I love using Cousin Aloysius's magic prop. Pick a space in this box to hide yourself. I wish I had a magician's
Grid of
assistant for
squares on
this,
your
but
phone,
oh well.
tap one in order to hide in it, and then we'll get to stab the box with swords and see if we can get you.
Any good magic trick needs some helpful volunteers. I'm giving you a very sharp sword. On your device, choose a row or a column to run your sword through. I've always hated magic, but... Sword noise!
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Ooh! Ah!
And the outsider becomes the first to fall. If it is really badly lagging, let me know. It will be a few seconds behind live, but there should still be time for you to answer the questions and
Don't worry.
play the games
Remember,
and stuff.
dead players
It's on
are
ultra
still
low
players,
latency, so it
just
should be
more
minimal.
See-through.
Certainly as much as I
Keep
can get away
playing
with.
and you
or
just
as little
might
as I
steal
can get
someone
away
else's
with.
life force and win the game.
One down, 4 to go.
Let's keep
You
moving.
can still play outsider.
Where do Rhodes Scholars study?
It occurs to me that Joe was right. Reading the chat back.
Who picked this?
Oh dear.
I can't protect you forever, Mother. It's
This isn't
time.
going well.
Ooh, a pile of money. Take as much money as you want. But take the most money or the least money, and you'll be sorry.
So, select
Have fun.
an amount between 0 and 1,000, but if you take the most or the least, he will kill you. So, consider wisely how much you want to take. And if you're left alive, I think this gets added to your total.
Okay, who took what?
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
The most greedy and
dear.
least greedy must be punished.
BB Mum and James Parker go straight down the middle, and as it turns out, I went too high. And we're 3 questions in, and only 1 player's left alive.
I'll miss you, Mother. You've returned, Mother, and you look, exactly the same.
The wig transfers to Captain Price. So we're down to a single player left alive.
The final round is close. Next question.
It's a little early for the final round, so we carry on for now.
What animal
Captain
does
Price just
lard
needs
come
to try and
from?
stay alive. What animal does lard come from? Sheep, cows, pigs, goats.
Who picked
Hi Daniel,
this?
pop yourself into the audience for now if you want, and then you can play along next time round.
I'm giving you 1 freebie, Mother.
Side are the only one to get that one right. And as the rest of
Let's
us are
try
ghosts,
another one.
and one of us is his mother,
Which of
nobody goes
these
to the
Axe
killing
body
room this
spray
time.
scents did I just make up?
Axe body spray. You can tell this game was made in America. Yeah, if you want to join the audience for now, Daniel, go to jackbox.tv in a web browser, enter that room code in the bottom right corner,
Picked this.
and you will be added to the audience,
Good luck.
where you might have a better
Time
chance of
for
getting the questions right than
consequences.
some of us, it would seem. And then you can join in the next game. 404.
I'm giving you the laziest gift of all. A scratch ticket.
Scratch ticket.
Scratch and find
On your
3
phone?
dollar signs
Might
to
be too
live.
late now, but you could
If
bet
you
on
keep
whether
scratching,
Captain Price is
I'll
going to
give
get
you
killed here.
cash for every dollar sign you find. But if you scratch off even 1 skull, you die. Scratch
$3 signs
away.
to live, 1 skull, and we're all doomed. $1 sign.
Ooh,
$2
wouldn't it
sign.
feel good to scratch some more
$5
spot?
sign. No, wait, he's a rapper. Now the question becomes: does he stick or twist? Does he get greedy or does he stay there and survive?
The contest is almost over.
He sticks. He lives.
Ugh, lame. I know I shouldn't have gotten my
killer
hopes up
is
that
not
a
happy.
scratch ticket would kill someone, but what can I say? I'm a hopeless optimist. Only one of you is still alive. You know what that means.
Final round time. I'll let the killer explain how it works.
Congrats on making it alive. But can you escape? I'm going to give you a category. Divisible by 7. Tap each answer that fits the category and then press submit.
There's some quick maths going on in Captain Price's head right now, I imagine.
Let's see the right answers. You advance 1 space for every correct answer.
Good head start for Captain Price, who's wearing Mother's wig, let's
You're a
not
little
forget.
bit closer to escaping, but you're not alone in
Can he
here.
escape wearing
If a
Mother's
ghost
wig?
catches up with you, they feel your life force. Then they can escape and win the game. Here's everyone's next question. And ghosts get a 3rd choice to help them catch up to you.
So you've got to tap the answers you believe are correct. If none of them are correct, you can submit none of them by just pressing the button at the bottom.
Time is almost up.
And if you catch up to Captain Price,
Quadrilaterals.
he will steal his body and take the lead, basically. Oh, wait a minute. Don't think I'm going to get 3 here. Ah, I got 1.
Cats in the musical. Cats.
Anybody who gets 3 here must have gone to see the film recently. I won't judge. Yeah. Okay.
Don't look behind you! It's only darkness.
If the darkness catches you, it's game over.
Things from the song, My Favorite Thing. Time is almost up. What are you, my stepdad? You're getting too close to my mom!
Outsider and James are in trouble, so am I. Not good. Question is, do you know what a palindrome is? Good answering. Oh, the darkness takes
Enjoy
James.
oblivion in the darkness.
4 left.
Has webbed feet.
Bit of a 2-horse race at the moment. Between Captain Price and BB Mum.
I'm going too easy on you.
Not bad. BB Mum takes the lead.
Marie Kondo's rules of tidying.
Nothing in the list about whether it sparks joy. Can't say I know any of the others.
Time is almost up.
Yeah. So outside, I have the tidiest house out of the ones that are left. And the lead is changed
German
hands again.
composers.
Getting close. Ooh. Oh, this is ding dong. This is a ding dong battle.
Old Testament books.
Outside is in trouble. Needs 2. Got 1. The darkness takes another.
Not so fast. If you want to break
F
through that
for
barrier,
outsider.
you'll need a perfect answer to this question.
The game could be won on the next question.
And that includes
But
the
you need
third
all
answer
3.
choice now, too.
Perfect answer needed. Captain Price gets 0. BB Mum goes back into the lead, and it's anyone's game now.
Dungeons and Dragons abilities.
Perfect answer needed. I think I've got a perfect answer. If anybody
Time
above
is
me gets a
almost
perfect answer, they've got it too. Oh! Oh! Have that then. BB Mum wins. Kaboom. Well done, BB Mum. Escapes with $2,050. What a battle that was across the top there between Captain Price and BB Mum, lead changing hands all the time. And Captain Price not able to escape with Mother's wig. We saw a couple of weeks ago what can happen when you escape with that on. BB Mum did escape with it. And then ended up losing the game to me. Because people wouldn't pay $50 of their winnings to have the wig removed. So, we're going to start a new game, which means a new room code. Not sure how many people we've actually got actively playing. We've got, I think, Joe and Daniel, who were in the chat but didn't play in that game. So, I'm going to put a new room code up, and again, I'm going to wait and see how full the room gets before I join. Ideal scenario is it gets full without me, and I can just sit and play in the audience and laugh at everybody getting things wrong instead of you all laughing at me. So, new room code coming up. We'll play another game of Trivia Murder Party and then we'll move on to a different game. I'm not entirely sure what yet. Might be a very sort of last second decision. I know we're going to play Drawful 2 later, but we're going to have one more game of this first, and the room code is BGRM Bravo Golf Romeo Mike. Pop that code in. We've got Joe. We've got Outsider. got James Parker. That's 3. And we've got a game crash. Oh, that's not ideal. It's not good. Right, let's try that again, shall we? Oh, actually, I'll tell you what's happened there. My machine downstairs that I actually streamed the game from, because my main machine isn't powerful enough, has apparently, well, it had crashed. It's back now, so I'm just going to get the game back up and running. Bear with me, sorry about that. And I thought we'd get through today without any technical difficulties. It's too much to ask for, isn't it? And then what will happen here is the sound will cut out. Oh, no, we've still got sound. Right, shall we try that again? So unreliable. We're all supposed to work from home on these things, and then they go and do that to us. It's terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Thankfully, it doesn't take too long to get the game back up and running again. So, just bear with me. Yep. Joe got Greg killed in the first game, and then he broke my machine in the second one. That's my excuse for sticking to it. So, shall we try that again? Phones at the ready, everybody. And hopefully it won't happen again. Room code, version 3.0, is GCWE. So, no interruptions this time. This is the 5th time I've done this now, and that's the first time that's happened. Hopefully it doesn't make a habit of it from now on, because that would just suck. So, we've got Outsider, we've got Greg, we've got Dave, we've got James Parker. Where's Joe? Joe was here a minute ago. We've got Captain Price. We can get BB Mum and Joe, and then I can take position 8, or Daniel can take position 8 if you're still here. Joe has called himself Greg. Ah, that won't confuse us at all. There's BB Mum, so that's 6. If you're still here, Daniel, pop on in. I'm going to take position 7 and give it a few seconds just to see if we can fill that last vacancy. And then we'll get going. May just be 7. A bit of lag here. Okay, we've got Aggie 47. Okay, we have a full room. We're going to get the game going. I've just had a message to say there's a bit of lag, so apologies if that is too bad. We shall keep an eye on it, see how it goes. I mean, it does say I've got an excellent connection here, but it could just be down to YouTube end latency, I suppose. Can't rule that out. One of those afternoons it looks like being, but bear with me a second. Let me see if there's anything here I can tweak just to make things go a bit faster. Joe, depends on what you're watching on. If you're watching on an Apple TV, for example, I know that you can. There's a button underneath the play header where the play and pause buttons are. One of those buttons turns the live chat on. If you're watching it on like an Apple TV or a Fire Stick or something like that. If you're watching it on your web browser and you've got it in full screen, then I think you can overlay the live chat on that, or you can scroll down when it's in full screen and see the chat underneath, but obviously then you'd be scrolling up and down all the time, which wouldn't be ideal. Right, I can't see anything here that's going to affect the live chat. Hopefully it's not going to be too bad. It looks from the preview I've got on my other screen like it's about 7 seconds behind, which should be enough time. So we're going to get the game going, and hopefully everybody will have enough time to answer and play along. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Best of luck, everyone. We won't play the intro this time. You've seen it already.
The local residents familiar with the abandoned building's history know it simply as the Murder Hotel.
Oh, of course. First person that joins probably got the skip button on their phone right now if they want to give it a tap.
For several generations until close.
I can just do that. No, that wouldn't work.
In unrelated news, the trivia.
There we go. So, good luck everyone. Let's try and get out of this hotel again.
Call. Prepare to die. Welcome to Trivia Murder Party. Death's in the air, and there's free coffee in the lobby. Only one of you will survive. Also, I'm trying to run this place as a legit hotel on the side, so try to keep your screams to a minimum so you don't disturb the other guests. Okay, thanks. Okay,
here we go.
First question. What is not in the original Dracula novel? Use your device to answer the question.
In the original Dracula novel, Dracula drinks blood, Dracula hates garlic, Dracula is burned by sunlight, Dracula must be invited in before entering. Slight pause there, sorry if that came across
And
on
the
the
correct
screen.
answer is... Who got the question right?
Oh, one.
The rest of you,
Well
I
done,
want to
James
show you
Parker.
something.
The rest of us, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
And here are your bags. Welcome to room 105. Let's see who has ESP. Type in an answer that
This is
fits
always
this
fun.
category.
A Canadian province.
Everyone else will answer
Does
too.
anyone know any of
And
them?
if anyone matches you, you die.
This might not go well.
And I do mean anyone.
I mean, I know places. Are they provinces? I don't know. I mean, it's accepted that answer, so maybe. Possibly some frantic Googling going on here. I'm almost prepared to allow it. If you are just joining us, the game is full, but there is room in the audience. Pop that code at the bottom right of the screen in when you've gone to
Answer time is
Jackbox.tv
coming to
and you
an
can play
end.
along in the audience, wager on who's going to die, that kind of thing. It's a lovely wager to be placing, isn't it?
You didn't answer. That's unforgivable.
We've lost 3 people.
Anyway, back to the actual
I can
game.
accept that people wouldn't have an answer for that one. 2 Quebecs.
You got read like a book.
And so, on question 1, we're 5 down already. Well done, James, for getting the original
You're
question
back.
right.
You're a ghost now. Keep playing and you just might steal someone else's life force and win the game. Let's try another one.
Let's try another one.
What does the P in ESP stand for?
What does the P in ESP stand for? Poltergeist, Perception, Paranormal, Paradox. Yes, Joe, really? I don't set the questions.
Who picked this?
Almost everyone, except
Only a
Captain
ghost
Price.
got it wrong. Way
He's a
too
ghost
easy.
already. So we move on.
Let's keep moving.
Extrasensory perception,
What's
of
at the
course.
top of Maslow's hierarchy of needs?
Maslow's hierarchy of needs. On the version I've seen, it's Wi-Fi.
Picked this.
3 people getting that one right. Not
One of you
including
is
me.
still
and
alive.
I'm the only
Follow
one left
me.
alive. I'm the only living player to get that one wrong, so whoops.
Welcome to room 227.
Apologies if the game's jerking a little bit on the stream as well. It's
Are you
not
ready
as
to
reliable
fall?
as usual here
In
today.
love with my new minigame? You're going to drop down this
Hopefully that's not
board
'cause
and try
kids
to
who are
avoid
currently
the death
downstairs
zones.
are messing with the laptop.
Someone needs to pick which slots are death zones. Hey, you!
Oh, this isn't
pick the
going to
landing
go well,
slots
is it?
that kill.
Everybody gets to pick a zone. I have to drop a peg in. And, well, you've all played this game. If I land in one of the death zones, I'm a goner.
Okay.
The odds are not in my favour, it's fair to say. So
Let
where am I
the
going to go?
games
Let's see.
begin.
I'm gonna
Pick a
go
spot to drop
over
from.
There. There we go. Okay, need to
Ever
stay
heard
on the
of
right. Stay
chaos
on the right. Stay
theory?
on the right. Oh, it's
Well,
looking
this
good.
is
It's
chaos
looking good.
fact. Why do you
You've
do
got to
this
try
to me,
harder than that to get me.
Gravity?
Sorry.
Let's try another
we got
one.
left three people left alive.
For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Whose law is this?
I think I know this one. So I'm looking forward to seeing a red X under my character in a second.
Who picked this?
Well done to the 6 of us.
Lucky guesses.
And only ghosts were wrong, so on we go.
Let's keep moving.
5 questions.
Which of these countries is landlocked?
Which of these countries in landlocked? Poland, Mongolia, Somalia, Peru. How's your geography, folks?
Who picked this?
Mine's not great. Well done to Greg and James Parker, the only 2 to get that one right.
It's time. This one lets you protect yourself with the password. Enter a real 4-letter word with your device. Make it hard to guess. If your password gets cracked, you die.
Okay.
Now everyone else will try to crack the password. As a team, guess either password on your device. You get a clue if your guess has a letter in the right spot.
I'd say best of luck, but you're trying to guess my password,
every
so I hope you're wrong. Captain Price has found a B.
Don't be greedy about what letters you figured out. Let everyone know.
Wrong guess there from Dave. Wrong guess there from Greg. Maggie47's found a letter in someone's password, as has Greg. BB Mum has found letters, so has Dave. Wrong guesses from Greg and Captain Price. James Parker finds an H. Time's going right now. Are we gonna get cracked or not?
Time's almost up.
Time's almost up. Ooh, it's getting close. Safe.
I thought everyone was good at hacking passwords these days, but I
saw
guess I
Captain
was
Price
wrong.
get a B and an O very early on there, and I was worried. But we have survived. On we go.
We're here. When one player is left alive, we'll go to the final round. Next question. When did police first start keeping track of fingerprints?
When did police first start keeping track of fingerprints? I've taken a guess. I don't know this one.
Who picked this? Time for consequences.
And it's off to the killing room for Outsider and James Parker.
It's my old favorite, chalices. I've given each safe player a poison pellet. Pick a chalice to drop your poison in.
Everybody, pick a chalice from the ones displayed on your browser. Let's put a poison pellet in. Outsider and James will then have a drink. And if they pick your pellet, or they pick your poison, I suppose, then, yeah. We're a player or 2 down.
Now it's your turn to play. Pick a chalice to drink from.
The great thing about this is it's possible to put all of our pellets in the same glass.
Yum yum.
Careful, so let's
now
see
let's see
got.
what everyone drank.
Ah.
Uh-oh, poison.
Congratulations to the audience member who correctly predicted a death there, which I think means I'm the only one left alive. Yep. Yay me. Now I get to run away from you all.
Still alive. You know what that means. You've made it so far, but can you escape?
Probably not.
I'm going to give you a category.
Multiples of 8.
Multiples of 8. Let's see the right answers. You advance 1 space for every correct answer.
Alright, the rest
You're
of
a
you,
little bit closer to
catch me if you
escaping.
can.
Did you think it was going to be just you? Aw, that's cute. If a ghost catches you, they'll steal your life force. Then they can try to escape and win the game. Here's everyone's next question. And they get a 3rd chance to help them catch up to you.
Well, if all the questions are going to be like this, you've got a fair chance.
Time is almost up.
See?
I don't know if you can outrun those ghosts. Constellations!
There's a median Andromeda Cyclops. Well done today, getting all 3 right there.
Here comes the next question.
They're giving chase.
Nobel
Everybody's
Prize
kind of
winning
clustered towards
scientist.
the back.
The audience is not doing great.
The audience, thank you very
Don't
much.
fall
Getting left
behind.
behind. Is the darkness going to claim them now? Yes.
It's only darkness.
Two players in
Who
trouble
insisted
from the
with-
darkness at this point. Stream seems a little laggy again, sorry about that. I'm going to try a different, once we've got this game done, I'm going to try a different method of getting the game up and running.
Don't let the
For the next
darkness
one.
hit you on the way out.
Hopefully be a bit better.
Countries bordering the Indian Ocean.
Countries bordering the Indian Ocean. Your guesses are as good as mine. Captain Price is in trouble. Needs 2. Got 3. That's how you get yourself out of trouble. Well done. James Parker as well. And just behind the question, we've got a lead change.
Words that are not there.
What? Words that are not there. Oh, I see, right. It's a slightly weird question until you actually think about it literally. And I'm back in the
Another
lead.
life force swap.
That was a nice one to get
Next
everyone away from the
question.
darkness a bit. Fortnite skins.
Fortnite skins.
I can think of one player in this room who might have a good chance of getting this. Don't know how everyone else's Fortnite knowledge is.
Time is almost up.
Expecting a 3 at the bottom, only saw a 2. I didn't get any, and Greg goes back into the lead.
Bottom row of a QWERTY keyboard.
Bottom row. Everyone's looking at their keyboard right now. I can see you all. Or scrambling around to find one nearby, anyway. 3's almost across the board,
Let's just call that a fluke.
which means I'm in charge again. This is close. This is very close.
Animals with more than 2 eyes.
With more than 2 eyes. I can't quite win the game with a perfect answer here. I didn't get a perfect answer anyway. That wasn't a good one for a few of us. Darkness is closing in.
Not
We are
so
now in someone
fast.
can win territory.
You
At
need
the
a
moment, it's
perfect
me.
answer for your final escape.
Fingers crossed. Perfect
And
answer
that
required.
includes the 3rd answer choice now, too.
Could be a fluke if I get all 3 here. Let's see.
Time is almost up.
Nope. Oh, this is
You have
close.
to
This
get
is
all the
really
right answers
close.
to escape.
And
More
Dave
stolen
takes the
life
late
force.
lead. The darkness claims
You are
Captain
but
Price.
shadows now.
Perfect answer wins the game.
Mark Twain characters.
Whoever's highest when they get it wins. Mark Twain characters. Any perfect answers? Yes. James Parker, you have won. Doesn't matter who's in the lead at the start, it's who gets out first that counts. And it was James. James Parker escapes with $5,000 in blood money. Well done. Well, that was Trivia Murder Party. 2 very fun games. That was a really close finish at the end there. I think at that point anybody could have won it with a perfect answer, as long as somebody above them on the race didn't get the perfect answer as well. So that was a nice close finish to that game. We're going to switch to a different game now. I'm also going to switch to a different way of getting the game up and running. So bear with me a second, and I will see if I can find a way that doesn't sort of... It's not normally like this, I'll be honest. It's a little bit laggy today, but we'll see if we can find a way around that. Bear with me a second, and we will get another game up and running. I think we're gonna try Quiplash. I think we haven't tried Quiplash on a stream yet. We had Fibbage and Split the Room last week. We're going to try Quiplash this time, and then we're going to close with Drawful. We'll have 1 game of each. So bear with me a second while I get that up and running. Which does unfortunately mean bringing me back into the foreground for a couple of minutes just while I get that stream established. Hope you're all having fun. I'm not going to do the usual like and subscribe stuff. I mean, you can if you want, of course. I'm not going to complain. But Mr. Somebody's off to grind some exotics before tonight's raid. Thanks for stopping by, Mr. Somebody. See you again soon, and goodbye to you too, James. Congratulations on the win in the last one. Maybe see you in another stream another time. Where are we? Here we are. We're not going to use... Right, we're going to use this time. This is any better. Low latency desktop mode. What we got? Potato quality. Yes, it's not running too well today. Dave, sorry about that. Message via WhatsApp, that was. I'm not quite sure what's going on with it, but not ideal. We're gonna try a different method of getting the game up and running, just to see if that helps. Although my Steam account now requires, my Steam client's now forcing a restart on me, which just slows things down just a little bit more. Thank you very much for bearing with me. I think the game was still playable if occasionally it froze. Obviously there's too many people on the Wi-Fi. You go away. Right. So we're going to try Quiplash, which is in Jackbox Party Pack 3. And fingers crossed, we're going to have a much better experience with this one. Quiplash, for those of you who've never played it, you are given a question and challenged to come up with the funniest answer to that question. And then the players, all of the players, will vote on which answer they found the funniest. And the aim is basically to get as many people to vote for your answer as possible by being funnier than the person you're up against. So let's see how we get on. Jackbox Party Pack 3 also has the first Trivia Murder Party in it, which is where I think my addiction to Jackbox games probably started. Playing it last year with the family when they stayed over. So hopefully you can hear the game's audio in the background. We are going to switch to that in just a second. I just need a second to configure some of the settings for stream friendliness and so on. Extended timers on, family friendly filter on, allow room code hiding on. Okay. Play game. So, back to the game now. I'll show the code in just a second. Room for up to 8 people. You can see we've got 5 concurrents at the moment, so maybe not a full room this time, but we can certainly give it a go. If you've got multiple people watching the stream, you can all play along if you've got enough phones, tablets, other browsers, etc. Certainly not limited to 1 person per stream. So there's the code. HSVT. You might need to refresh if Jackbox.tv hasn't done that for you. And come on in. We've got me. First way to join, and then just beating me to it. Who else we got coming into this one? We got Greg. 2 Gs. Well, 3. We have one at the beginning. Game audio far too high. Thanks, Joe. Turn that down a little bit. Probably taking that down too far now. Captain Price. I've just realised I've not enabled the room code hiding as well, or rather I've not enabled the starting game from controller. Can people just drop me a message in the chat and let me know if they're having trouble with the quality of the stream? I mean, we've got people in, so hopefully it's at least good enough to read the screen. Honestly, I'm terrible. I'm just going to move my camera because I'm in the way of on this one, so bear with me. Let's just unlock that. Down a bit. I'm going to just lower the audio on the game a bit so that it doesn't drown me out completely. Try there. Hopefully that's a little more balanced now. That's what happens when you change streaming systems, I guess. Alright, thumbs up to quality. Hello to Martin in the live chat there, joining in. Right, the player who is me needs to start the game. So I think we're going to start with the number we've got here. So if they can press everybody's in on their device, because I'm an idiot and I forgot to enable start from controller only on at my end. So it's up to them to start the game. Thank you very much. Won't make that mistake next time. Let's play some Quiplash. Good luck, everyone.
Welcome to Quiplash. I'm your host, Schmitty. If you want a different host, play a different game.
Hello, Schmitty.
Is that everyone? Huh. No, it's fine. You guys will do. This is round 1. You'll get 2 prompts on your device. Just answer them however you want. Your responses, or quips, will be pitted against someone else's, and everyone will vote on their favorite. You score based on the percentage of players who like your answer. Plus, there are winners' bonuses at stake. Go!
And here we go. So, you've got a question or a sentence on your device. You need to come up with the funniest answer. And then your answer will be pitted against somebody else who's answering the same question as you. And people will vote on which one is the funniest. If you can't come up with an answer yourself, you can also press the safety quip button. But you will only score half points if you do that. So I'm going to answer mine here. I was going to say later on in the game you get to do 2, but it's actually 2 now. Okay, time to put your 2 answers in.
Hurry! Hit the safety quip button if you can't think of something.
Okay. 10 seconds to go. Don't forget those safety quips if you are struggling for an answer. I know how that feels, don't worry. Okay. 4 of us got our answers in time.
Great, let's see what we got here. Starting us off, the worst time to hear a camera go off.
When you're on the loo, or no answer. probably a good job. I would have lost that, I think, but I win by default.
Next in line, a perfectly good reason to walk around with a
Raven on your shoulder.
Put in your votes.
So, on your phone, vote for the one you find the funniest, being a bad pirate, or the perfect Tinder profile. The votes are in. It's a 3-1 win for me. Not me. At me.
And next is a sign you may be in a cult.
A sign you may be in a cult. Everyone is butt naked or dreadlocks. And nudge the volume again. This is the one thing I can never seem to get quite right. It's probably all over the place at the moment. Sorry, the thing of adjusting it on a tablet. Sorry if I was the last one to vote there. Try and drag it. There. You would think the sliders would give me some clue as to whether I'm getting close to having this spot on, but
Next up,
here we go.
if you really
There.
want to waste your one
Now
phone
me
call
and the
in
slider are
prison,
going the same
call
way.
blank.
Anyway, moving on. If you really want to waste your one phone call in prison, call Thigh Slimming Shapewear. Safety equipped from the best wins by default.
Next one, the title of a TV drama about a farmer who becomes a cop. Vote on your devices.
Two very similar answers here. Ooh. Not surprised that was a draw. That's very similar answers.
Next prompt. Besides counting rings, the other way you can tell the age of a tree is to blank.
Lie or no answer. Captain Price's conscientious objector. I have had a message from Captain Price warning me that his stream is severely lagging.
That's
I
it.
don't
Let's see the scores
think
for round one.
it's this end, but apologies to Captain Price, and I believe BB Mum is there with him, who were unable to play along in this game. We might save Drawful for another day, because it seems to be Tech Problem a Go-Go over here at the moment. So we may call it a day a little early here after this one, and then we'll try again tomorrow, and hopefully I'll have a bit more internets available. So, new quips on your device, double points on offer. Okay. My answers are in. Captain Price is back with us, hopefully. I don't know, volume problems, the game sort of pausing at random and people's streams being miles behind. It's not been one of my better days, this one. Apologies for that, but hopefully those of you who are able to play along are still having fun. The best.
Time's running out. Use a safety quip if you need it.
I think we may have lost John Jones.
Let's see what we're working with. Number one on the list, something very disturbing to pull out of your ear.
Default win for me.
Next, elections would be a whole lot better if instead of debates, we made the candidates blank.
Elections would be a whole lot better if instead of debates we made the candidates duel in Fortnite or spin plates. Kind of makes me wonder what the current incumbent of the White House would be like at Fortnite. The best, no doubt. I'm the best at Fortnite. I'm not the best at Donald Trump impressions. Me versus Greg. And it's a 2-1 win for me. Not me, him. Or her.
Next on the list, if you really listen hard, you'll hear a seashell say this.
If you really listen hard, you'll hear a seashell say, turn the sound down or jazzercise. We're in. 2-1 win for the best. Nom, nom, nom.
Coming up next, what the raccoons digging in your garbage say about you.
Default win for Greg.
Moving on, a bouncy castle is cool, but a bouncy blank is just sad.
Bouncy castle is cool, but a bouncy
Ready,
language
set,
club
vote.
or bottom is just sad. Vote now. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Safety quip from me, but lost. Bouncy bottom, sad.
Your next prompt is a good name for a band whose lead singer is a goat. It's voting time.
Moans or goat's cheese. I'm imagining goat's cheese being very much, well, I mean, it's a goat. It's fronted by a goat, so it's going to be, you know, there's going to be screaming. So. Ramones or goat's cheese. Nice touch with the Z as well. Winning! That was good though, Captain Price. I liked it. Where are we with the scores? I didn't even see the scores at the end of the first round. Captain Price should be off the mark. Me is winning. Greg second. I've dropped to fourth. Ooh. Time for the last lash.
Round 3, the last lash. This time you'll all be answering the same prompt. Make up the full name for this acronym.
So, what does LIO stand for? Remember, funniest answer wins. And what I believe, if I remember rightly, I have played this once before. You vote for the 3 funniest answers. Gold medal, I think it's gold, silver, and bronze medals you hand out for this one. No safety quip either, so you do have to come up with an answer yourself. Which, when you've got my kind of fantastic quick wit, is a challenge. I'm not going to get that one submitted in time. The host has let you down.
We're ready to look.
Not for the first time today.
In the final round,
so,
you can give out 1 gold
lick
and
it
1
off,
silver medal to your
laying
top
into
2
orphans,
whips.
locked
Make
down
them
in
count.
oven, a long, intense orgy. So, award your medals now. Which one do you like more? And now award your silver medal. 2 people, and one of them was me. Didn't answer. Which is probably why it's only asking you to hand out 2 medals. You've got 4 answers to choose from to begin with. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's find our winner.
Brace yourselves, here come those medals. Here's the silver. And gold. Now let's turn those medals into points.
No points for me, of course. 2,500, 3,000 for Captain Price. What does that do to the scores?
That's all. Now for the final scores.
Me is the winner, but not me. Not me. Well done. I was 5th. Top answer of the game, Everyone is Butt Naked by Greg. That was the How Do You Know You're in a Cult, wasn't it? So I think, given the endless technical difficulties at your ends and mine today, we're probably going to call it a day there. We were going to play Drawful today, but we are going to do that tomorrow instead. I think what we'll do, just to make it up to Drawful, is we're going to start with that tomorrow. Time to follow, probably around the same time. I didn't want to interrupt any Darlington fans who might be looking forward to the replay of the Walsall FA Cup tie from earlier in the season. So I deliberately wanted this one to finish by 3 o'clock. As it is, we've just made it past 2, so we've been on for just over an hour. We've had a couple of good games of Trivia Murder Party and one decent little game of Quiplash there. Thank you to everyone who's come along and joined in today, wherever you've seen this, be it Twitter, Facebook, or the various other places that I've put it. We're going to do this again tomorrow, and hopefully every weekend day for the foreseeable future, and then maybe even beyond once all the crazy is over, because, you know, I enjoy doing this, and hopefully you guys enjoy coming along and playing along with the games. Remember that Jackbox are giving away Drawful 2 for a little longer if you do want to get a copy and play it yourself, rather than waiting for me to host a game of it tomorrow. Thank you all very much for your company this afternoon. Stay safe, wash your hands, and until next time, it's goodbye.